Aloha, it's Katie, and I just finished this setup in the past 30 minutes. It looks super professional and really studio-like. I don't know yet, but I just needed a background going, so we'll stick with it for this video. So today's technically Vlogmas Day 21. I know ever since I came home, I've just been lounging around, not doing much, so I've been a bit lazy, but I'm still trying to make an effort, and I will be vlogging tomorrow because I'm going to be reuniting with my high school friends, or barkada, as you say in the Philippines. But today, I wanted to first wrap up the semester because it has been my first semester at college as a freshman. I asked you guys to ask me questions on my YouTube community tab and on Instagram stories, so if you're not already following me, make sure to follow me at AlohaKatieX. A lot of you asked me questions about college, high school, YouTube, and a bunch of other questions that I'm going to answer right now. But first, if you're new to our Alohana, which is what we call our family subscribers, make sure to subscribe down below. I'm uploading every other day. And Vlogmas is almost over, so make sure to tune in by clicking the bell to turn my notifications on and enter my holiday giveaway while it lasts. You have 34 more days to enter by the time you see this, so go enter. You could be winning Apple AirPods, Beats headphones, and an Instax Mini with film, so don't miss out. And without further ado, let's get started with the questions. Have the university students ever recognized you as a YouTuber? P.S. Illy Katie. Love you too. So I actually talked a bit about this in my Cornell Q&A, which I'll link right here. But yeah, I have been recognized, which is like, I'm fangirling. But I feel like there are two situations. First is the person will recognize me immediately and be like, aloha, or like, you're the YouTube girl, right? Just right off the bat. And I'll be like, yeah, and thank you so much for your support. It's really cool because these people are my age. But then the second situation is I'll be talking to someone midway into the conversation after getting to know them a bit. They'll be like, you look really familiar. I'll be like, oh, like I never want to assume that they know my channel because I enjoy getting to know a person first just as a student, you know, without the YouTube. But then maybe 2-3 minutes into the conversation, they'll be like, wait, do you have a YouTube channel? And then I'll be like, yeah, I do, and then we'll go down that road. It's really interesting, and it's really cool to see them like reach that conclusion while I'm talking to them. But if you ever do see me in person, I would just love to be friends and meet you in person. Next question, do you feel like Cornell has changed you, or university in general? Illy too. Definitely college has changed me, and I know that it will continue to change me, but so far, before going to college, I think I had like an inferiority complex where I felt very intimidated by a lot of people because when I went to Cornell, I was the only one. I had no friends or upperclassmen or anyone. It was pretty scary having to adjust to new country, new school, new system. Going there, I was very shy and hesitant. I think I'm more open to meeting people, and in high school, I was very committed to a lot of my extracurriculars, my YouTube. I really sacrificed my social life, so going to college, I knew I wanted to change that. So one big change I did was start to prioritize my social life more, or just not being so uptight all the time and on a schedule and being like, I gotta upload now, like no, we can't hang. Just closing off my schedule because of all of YouTube. So my schedule in college has been very different, and I try to reach out to people and really get to know people, which I think has done wonders, and not getting caught up in YouTube or academics to the point where I miss out on the college experience. Another thing is I feel like college has made me a more normal person. Before going to college, I did not watch any movies, no TV shows. I didn't go out very often. I mean, in high school, I'd be invited and there was always opportunities to do so, but I don't know, I was very disciplined in that I would not start a TV show, I would not go to the movies, I would not go out with my friends. But aside from that, I was very good at not feeling FOMO and all that. I guess I became more independent. That's a basic one that everybody says. I got to do all the restaurant bookings on my own, got to coordinate transportation. I got to clean up after consequences or issues, like if something doesn't go to plan, it's on me and I got to improvise on the spot instead of relying on my family or people back home. Nick Moores asked, do you have any crushes in college now? Ah ha 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 ha. Indeed. No. That sounded very inserted. So there was another question, just gonna lump these two then. Are guys cute at Cornell? Yes, like there are 15,000 people here. Like there are definitely bound to be cute boys. I've definitely seen people who are attractive, but also nothing is gonna happen unless you keep in touch. So I'll probably just see someone and maybe admire from a distance and I just won't see them again. You'll only really get them if you're looking for them and you try to reach out and actually plan things, but that's not my case. I'm not looking for a relationship or anything like that. So I haven't been doing that. But yes, there are definitely cute boys here. Julie Nguyen asked, what's your favorite thing about college? I don't know if this is just a college thing in general or also a States thing, but everything is so convenient, especially Amazon Prime. But also going back to the independence thing, it leads to a lot of freedom in that if you want to do something, you can just do it. Back home, if I wanted to do something, if I wanted to go out with friends, like I had to convince my parents, I had to plant seeds in their heads like 3 days before to get into their head that I wanted to go and invent. In college, you can just do it. and you can be really spontaneous. What has been your most memorable moment at Cornell or in your life in general? I'll stick with Cornell because that's the theme. There have been a lot. So one thing was the first time it snowed. It was magical. It was just so pure white. I was making snow angels. It felt surreal. Oh, that time I ordered cookies at 11 p.m. and I treated myself because normally I have to go to College Town to get it, but I just ordered it and it came in 20 minutes. It was the best thing I've done for myself. Oh, that time I went stargazing. That was also incredible. I took some shots. I actually just posted some photos that I took of like astrophotography. I guess even though those memories didn't involve a lot of people, yeah, they involved mainly food and nature. But people have definitely been at the top of my experience. The community I found at that school is irreplaceable. That has made my first semester so distinctly perfect. Megan Wong asked, how do you balance your faith in God with schoolwork? And can you tell us more about how you worship God every day? One thing is I try not to make it seem like I have to balance both of them as if both of them can't coexist. I try to weave God into everything. So in my schoolwork, you know, when I need that motivation, I try to think of that verse where it's like, you do these works for God, not for men. It just means to put your all into everything. And also when I'm just walking, I see something beautiful, I'm just like, wow, like praise Jesus for this beautiful thing. And so that way faith doesn't seem like something I can just tick, like I've done my academics, now I can do faith. It's something that I hope is part of my everyday life and just interweaved into everything. I try to start the day with devotionals, and then when I walk to class or something, I'll probably be listening to worship music. Or sometimes when I study, I just find that I'm always more motivated when I listen to worship music. I go to church, I go to a Bible study group, I also go to a fellowship. We also meet every week to talk about something applicable to our lives. Just praying throughout the day, just trying to make a constant reminder to myself that all of this is possible and all of this is for God. Elena Flores asked, what were your biggest fears going to Cornell? First thing was definitely the cold. It is really cold, but I have adjusted really well. And I can handle -5 degrees Celsius. Before I went to Cornell, I would have only gone to, let's say, 8 degrees Celsius and I would be out. I would be freezing, my teeth would be chattering, but right now I'm doing really well. But I know it's only gonna get worse, they say, because winter is really January and February. So when I get back, it's gonna be a lot colder, I hear. But so far, it's been okay. It's cold for sure, and the first time it happens, I'll be like, what is this? Where am I? But get used to it. Second thing was stress culture. I'm very thankful that my friend group, they haven't been really stressful. I know some people in high school would just be so stressed out all the time, just like very easily irritable and clearly just like trying to study and, you know, bad vibes. But I think people here so far have been, in my experience, have been just very mature about it. They just get their work done. Yes, people study a lot, which is admirable, but also a bit intimidating. During final seasons, people do get more stressed and go super hard, but that's not me. Third thing was competitiveness. When I looked into this before coming to Cornell, I knew that relatively speaking, Cornell's community was more collaborative, and I have found that to be true. These are all high achievers and they're obviously going to try really hard. So naturally it will be competitive, I guess, in terms of grades, but it's not like they're trying to compete against you. I think people are just trying to be their best version. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you need help, they will help you. They've been really great friends to people, and people work together a lot. And last question, a YouTube related question, what advice do you have for small YouTubers who have lost motivation or are having trouble growing their channel? I definitely understand the struggle because 4 or 5 years ago, I was, you know, everyone starts out as a small YouTuber. It's hard to get yourself out there. I made a YouTube 101 series. You can click the top right to watch it, but I try to share my best tips with you guys there because I've been there. My best advice is just to keep going. I also just saw a quote. It was like, you can grind for 4 years with no results, but on the 5th year become the biggest thing in the world. And I think that's really true. I didn't go viral. I feel like I just always had momentum in terms of, I guess if you want to look at it in terms of subscribers count, I went from like 1,000 subscribers the first year, then 10,000, then 50, then 100,000. You really just gotta keep going, and you gotta tell yourself that 4 years from now, my future self will be thanking me. And I'm very proud of my younger self because even with all the obstacles, having to balance school, academics, and when my family found out, and just dealing with hate and criticism as a 13-year-old have taught me a lot. And overall, I think has just made me a stronger person. So just believe in the process. You are learning something even if you're not growing in numbers. And I wish you the best of luck with your channels. Those are all the questions I'm answering today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down if you have any suggestions. Make sure to subscribe to my channel here, my vlog channel here. I'm uploading tomorrow, so don't miss out. Make sure you have my notifications bells turned on so you can come early. I will shout you out. Click the top right to watch more of my videos. Follow me on social media at LohaKatieX. Also follow Ryan I's new cover Instagram at kaya.covers. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I love you guys so much. Bye.